Here's my message to Rachel from accounts. Get your dirty, grubby mitts off of my pensions. Hey up everyone and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. Now of course, before I jump into this, the usual disclaimer, do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and as a disclaimer, I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. So let's jump into it with this that has absolutely got me riled up. And my message to Rachel from accounts is extremely simple. Get your dirty, grubby mitts off of my pension pots. She's absolutely freaking incompetent. How she's still in that job as our Chancellor is freaking beyond me. But here, GB News is reporting that Labour is now going to tax the hell out of us even more when it comes to our pensions. And they'll be taxed if we die before retirement age. Yeah. Rachel's dirty, grubby cash raid for us normal, everyday, hard-working British folk continue. And now she's crossing a line as far as I'm concerned. Another one. And now trying to get her grubby mitts onto our pensions. I'm sorry, but this is way too far for me. And so it's been reported that families left behind could actually face hefty inheritance tax bills on pension savings, even if the loved one passes away before ever touching the money. Now, HMRC has confirmed that the inheritance tax of up to 40% will now apply to private pensions from April 2027, regardless if the loved one in question passes away before the current withdrawal of age 55. And so Rachel from accounts' plan is to remove the existing exemption, and that'll then bring pensions into line with other assets for tax purposes, potentially leaving bereaved families with a significant bill. And so with the minimum pension access age also set to rise from 55 to 57 in 2028, more savers could actually find themselves trapped in this dirty, grubby, money-grabbing scenario when it comes to our pensions now. Because this is the ridiculous thing, right? Or one of the ridiculous things about it. Not only is she now going to get her dirty, grubby mitts on our pensions, but she's also increasing the age from 55 to 57 as to when we can start accessing the pensions in the first place. Which means Rachel gets an extra 2 years bonus of people potentially passing away before now the age of 57, that pension pot can then be taxed to high hell under the inheritance tax scheme. Do you see where I'm coming from there? This is disgusting. This is an assault, a financial assault on the normal, everyday British working people like you and I that have chosen to be forward-thinking for our retirement. And it's disgusting. Now, financial sector professionals have strongly criticised this policy, and quite rightly so. You've got wealth manager Ian Cook from Quilter Cheviot that GB News is quoting from here, and he's warning that the tax could be particularly brutal for families whose relatives have built up a pension savings with tax relief over many years, only to see almost half wiped out if they died prematurely, saying it's a disincentive for people to save for the long term. And his message is clear. Do not save into your pension anymore. An independent pension specialist, Tom McPhail, characterised the policy as an underhanded raid designed to address the government's financial shortfalls. It is an underhanded raid. It really, really is. And now, as a result of knowing this, I'm going to be speaking to my financial advisor, and I'm going to figure out another way that I can build up a pension pot that is legal to do so where I don't have to hand over any tax at all to HMRC for it. Again, legal way of doing it. The allowed way of doing it, as per HMRC rules. I'm going to get my financial advisor's advice, because ever since I started work, from 18 onwards, I've always had a pension. Always. And now, at this point, I'm going to speak to my financial advisor, find out if I need to stop paying into my pension and look at investing my money elsewhere for my retirement. Yeah, that's how bad it's got. Thanks, Rachel from Accounts. You absolute freaking moron. But here's an idea that she can have for free. How about this, Rachel from Accounts? Stop penalising those that are forward-thinking for their retirement. Instead, deport all the illegal immigrants that are literally taking freaking billions from us. Rachel keeps banging on, right, about this financial dark big black hole, right, that the UK's got. Yeah, another one in cabinet that's very, very, I don't know, what would you say, interested in holes? I wonder if she's been speaking to Keir Starmer. I'm just asking for a friend there. Anywho, jokes aside, yeah? She's so freaking concerned about this financial dark hole that she's having to deal with this, that, and the other, right? Well, instead of penalising us, yeah, deport all the illegal immigrants that are literally taking billions from us and not paying anything into the system. They're literally laughing at us as they're taking the money and literally running with it. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And so McPhail argued that the UK's pension tax relief system is slowly collapsing under the weight of unfair and bureaucratic restrictions, and that under existing rules, retirement savings are inherited without any tax liability if the deceased was younger than 75, subject to a 1.07 million cap. And for those dying at 75 or older, beneficiaries must pay income tax on the inherited funds. All that's going to disappear. Now that Rachel from Accounts is turning around and saying your private pension pots, they're just not going to be exempt anymore. They're just going to go into the normal, usual 375k inheritance tax. And yeah, if you go over, you're getting taxed on that as well. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? McPhail criticised the government's approach, stating it was becoming increasingly incoherent, and suggested that the government should task its newly launched Pensions Commission with examining both tax relief and public sector pension costs. Again, I've got a better idea for her. Stop penalising us that are forward-thinking for our retirement and instead deport all the illegal immigrants who are taking literally billions from us. Deport, deport, deport. Get rid, get rid, get rid. I'm all for immigration as long as A, they integrate into British society and British law and British culture and don't try and change that. And B, they pay into the system. They contribute to society rather than just take. That would be a better idea. But enough about what I think. What do you guys think? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and unfortunately with the state of the UK at the moment, there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alternerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Steph Alternerd. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Do you agree? Do you think Rachel from Accounts should not get a dirty mitts on any of our private pensions? It's an absolute smack in the face as far as I'm concerned. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.